What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. Today we have a lot to talk about, especially given the Mercado, Pogba, Di Maria, obviously all the good stuff, but then he's back, baby. We're talking about him. Latest news, my boy Zaniolo could come to Juve. Stick with us, we'll fill you in. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today it's May 31st, 2022. It is a Tuesday, and of course I got your latest rundown of all things Juventus, all the news you care about each and every day. Before we dive into it though, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Let's just jump into it, the news of the day. First up, though, we of course have to do our daily rundowns of Pogba, Di Maria. Where do we sit with these two players? Well, first up, we have a Pogba update from Romeo Agresti himself, who said, "Yesterday, I had a chat with a very reliable source to the question, what will be the future of Paul Pogba? The answer was, the breakthrough is near." So there you have it, pins and needles. Pins and needles. That's what we will be waiting on right now for the breakthrough announcement. Basically, it's all but said and done. We know that PSG have supposedly, I say we know, and then I say supposedly, backed out for the competition to get Paul Pogba. That was the last remaining one. Now it's Juventus and Pogba. It's just a matter of time and moments. We begin to wait and wait and wait and wait. But hopefully within the next few days, Paul Pogba, here we go. Next one up, we have Di Maria, another one that could be a here we go. But Di Maria's situation is a little bit more complicated, it appears. So my comments where I said earlier where I thought Di Maria could pop first, maybe those were a little wrong. We'll see. But Tuttosport are reporting saying that the next 48 hours will be decisive for Di Maria. The talking point between the parties should be that of a one-year contract, but at a lower figure than initially talked about, given that the Bianconeri will not be able to take advantage of the growth decree. So because of the growth decree, where if they played 2 years, Juventus could spend, or they get a pay cut. They basically get some money off there. They get to save some money. Because he only wants to play for 1 season and 1 season only, that really throws a wrench a little bit in Juventus' plans. So they're only going to be able to offer him a little bit less money than he originally wanted. He's going to have to decide, does he want to do this or not? And then we'll see from there. But it looks like more and more likely that we will see if he agrees to it in the next 48 hours, if he'll become a Juventus fan. Keep an eye and keep it locked here on the Bianconeri Zone. Let's move it on, though. Sky Sports Germany had some updates given the Kostic situation. As we all know, Ivan Perisic from Inter has decided to join Antonio Conte, his former coach, there at Tottenham now. He will no longer be a Juventus player. He will not be a Juventus player. He'll no longer be an Inter player. He's going there. So that leaves another Serbian that Juventus could go after, and that is Kostic, who Sky Sports Germany was saying is in Juve's plans. And the club is moving, but there's still no offer made yet. The valuation for the player sits at about 15 million euros. We have more on that one, though, because it appears that Alfredo Padula is reporting that Kostic is actually waiting on Juventus. He wants to come to the club. He was waiting for Perisic's meeting, also followed by the Bianconeri before he chose Tottenham, like I said, because he had hoped, and he hopes for Juve. So if this is a player that you think highly of, I know there's a lot of people who definitely are on the Kostic train to come into Juventus. This could be the player that could be getting, another, here we go. I don't know how this one's not a Di Maria or Pogba situation. We'll still have to wait on some valuations, and we'll have to see how this develops going further. But he's a player that actually wants Juventus and wants to come here. So we'll keep an eye on that one as it continues to develop. Moving into the right back position, though, Juventus are trying to make some moves there to bring in another player. To the sports reporting that Juventus are in talks with Udinese over a possible Molina transfer. Juventus have to beat the competition of Arsenal and Atletico. Arsenal, just step aside, Arsenal. You don't want to do this again. You don't want to get embarrassed one more time to go after a similar player that Juventus want, and then you get yourself embarrassed while you're sitting there sad and alone in your crappy little no Champions League whatever situation that you got there. The club is looking for the right formula and will please Udinese. Ranocchia could be included in the deal, a player Udinese really likes. So definitely, I think at this point, still have valuation for Ranocchia, and I like the player. But unfortunately, he's just fallen, I'd say, leaps and bounds below what the other players that Juventus really have for use out there. For Vajoli, Ravella, obviously Manetti, and all those guys, he's definitely in fourth place there. Really, even farther if you can consider all youth, all the youth in total. I don't know why I couldn't get that one out there. Sule, players like that. So we'll see what happens. But again, Ranocchia could be a solid option there to utilize him to bring in Molina. Going in about the other defensive positions, though, Juventus obviously have been interested in a center back. Well, could the problem solve itself? And that's Gazzetta dello Sport's reporting that Atalanta are seriously considering not redeeming Mehdi Demiral. Juve would lose out on 20 million euros and would have to decide to keep Demiral or see him elsewhere. So basically what I take from this is first, I would guess that Atalanta did not have a suitable buyer in England or the Premier League overall that just wanted to take him and make a quick penny, like they did for, why am I blanking on him? Romero, duh. Anyway, like that situation, that's my guess, is that they just couldn't quickly turn him and make more money off of him. So now they're like, oh, we're going to spend 20 million euros for us not to play in Champions League, not to play in whatever. That's the situation. So we'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on it. If Juventus maybe will decide, hey, this could solve a couple of our issues. We could have him come to Juventus, play that center back role for Juve for a season before we look elsewhere and before we decide to move forward and go for another player. We'll see. That's one option. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Talk about some other players that could be on the out and outs for Juventus, Corriere dello Sport, or talk about Moise Kean and Rabiot. Juventus will probably sign Moise Kean this summer and then try to sell him on. We know PSG are interested. We've heard talks of West Ham and other options. But then also Rabiot does have admirers in the Premier League. Chelsea and Newcastle are interested, but his mother does not rule out a return to PSG. PSG. I mean, never mind. I was about to be like, if PSG have seen him play and have used him, do they really want him back? We'll see. Maybe he had, he's thought of more highly there in Paris than he is here with the current way that he plays. Of course, utilizing. I don't know. I just don't think. I don't know why. Why am I trying to talk people out of taking Rabiot? Why am I doing this? Never mind. Ignore everything I just said. I'm going to cut it. I'm not going to cut it. I apologize, guys. Please, whoever, would you like to take Rabiot? Take a free, or not a free Rabiot. Take a Rabiot for a cheap price. All right. Now let's get into the main story that yours truly wants to talk about today. Yesterday, I got a little bit of Balotelli. Today, I get a little something different. Today, we get the Z train, Big Z energy in your inbox. Giovanni Albanese is reporting saying that Juventus have made moves in recent days for Zaniolo. Parallel track or alternative to Di Maria will soon be understood. Tomorrow, they will try to close for the Argentine on favorable terms. The Azzurri remains a potential investment after a few sales. So I guess they're trying to decide, is this one that if they don't land Di Maria, they go after Zaniolo, or is this a situation where they could get Di Maria, but then also get him as well, depending on, whoever players are outgoing? Well, you guys will be happy to know that potentially Zaniolo is back in the business, baby. He's back in for Juventus. He has the winning goal in the match that did it, whatever trophy match that didn't matter, that I can't even remember the name of it. It's like the Euro, whatever league. I don't know. Whatever it is. I don't care. Don't care. Juventus could win that, doesn't matter. But anyway, it does matter to me right now for my point, because obviously getting Big Z would be fantastic for the club. I don't think there'd be anybody that would argue with me there. They would love to have Zaniolo, and then if we get Balotelli next to him, we're cooking with oil, baby. That's what I'm saying. You guys get on the train with me. Here we go. All right. We'll see what happens there. That's just one of the latest news. It could just be, junk news out there. Who knows? And then also Giovanni Albanese also follows that up by saying, on Zaniolo, there's also Milan who are interested in him. I can already see the comments coming in saying, I hope Milan get him. While Roma, should he stay, will have to set up a renewal to avoid losing contractual power over him, as his contract is set to expire in 2024. So just another thing to keep an eye on. Juventus could be heating up back again with Zaniolo. Maybe those rumors that were out there earlier in the year were there for a reason, because Juventus actually do value the player for some reason. To be a player to come back to you, or to come to Juve and to utilize him in the future. We'll see. Keep an eye on it there. Keep it locked. We'll keep you updated every step of the way. Let me know your thoughts, and I'm sure you will because of this conversation, because of the Zaniolo conversation. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you think about Zaniolo? I don't know why I even asked that. I know what I'm going to get. I'm aware of what I'm about to be reading here in the next few hours. Let me know there, as well as your thoughts on all the other different moves Juventus could be making. Are you excited about potential Here We Goes and the Here We Go lives we're hoping to have here on the channel in the next few days? Let me know all that in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, please smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Follow me at Justin Sovro on Twitter, as well as make sure you're following Bianconeri Zone at Bianconeri Zone, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri, Forza Big Z Energy.